guys, you're Kim back in another video, and today we're going to be talking about Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. Now, this purely, it did it for me. I will be honest, I understand that might be a statement not everybody can agree with, but there was no way after this women's Money in the Bank that I was gonna have a bad time. There was just no way. So let's get straight into it, and we're going to start off with the singles match and then end off with, the other stuff. The first thing I want to say with this, I have enjoyed Becky Lynch's and Lyra Valkyria's whole feud with one another because it really is more than just a storyline about a title. It's more than, it's a sexual storyline. It's an actual storyline for women, and I can't really hate that. I can't really put that down. And it's a shame because it took Becky Lynch coming back for Lyra to actually have a storyline for the IC Championship, IC title. But it's fire. It's fire. You really cannot say anything other than that. That was one of the best matches of the night, and it went how I kind of expected, because Lyra Valkyria needed something to go against what she's been doing. She's been having a heck of a run. She's been doing things that you probably didn't know that was in her. If you had no experience with her in NXT, you probably didn't know she had that in her. So I would love to say this: Lyra Valkyria was an amazing Intercontinental Champion, and she really set it off. Like, going forward, this got to be the title that's a worker. It's a title that's a worker's title, but it also has to be a title that can meet up to the standard that Lyra Valkyria has set. And for Becky Lynch to now be the new IC champion, there's no way for them to mess that one up. I'll say that. I was going to be mad. I was going to be very mad at Lyra, and no more so I was going to be mad about the writing, because I hate it when there is good guys that get done over terribly, but then they still do something that's good guy-ish. They don't react to something because it'll be the bad way of doing things. You're supposed to be the good person. And Lyra Valkyria, she almost was doing that. So, as stated on Raw, the loser, if Lyra Valkyria lost, she would have to raise up Becky Lynch's hand, all that. She raised up her hand. That I was a little, because she lost unfairly. Like, Becky Lynch cheated. She cheated. And that right there, I was like, all bets are off then. If you cheated, yeah, what honor is there for me to uphold if you just cheated? But Lyra did that. But Becky Lynch kept on pushing buttons. So my girl did what I wanted her to do. She suplexed the mess out of her. So I just know this story has not ended at Money in the Bank. Is going to continue going, and I'm seated for it. The IC championship matches were on a roll. They were on a roll. Dominic Mysterio had a match against Mr. Octagon, I believe, and I did not like the fact that it felt like it was last minute. It felt like it was last minute because it's not Mr. Octagon, it's Octagon. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about somebody else. Mr. Iguana, I saw somebody Triple A. It was fun, but I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it. But Octagon and Dominic did a great job. It was a great match. I'm gonna say this. I don't feel like there was talks about how Dom buried him. No, Dom didn't bury him. I just don't feel as though it was a match that they probably planned and they gave the proper time. But Dominic Mysterio, I'm having a feeling that he's going to have a little bit of a back and forth with some people from Triple A, because he has said that he's the king of luchadors, king of lucha libre. So if you're gonna say that, you're gonna have to back it up. That's a bold claim. We're gonna have to back it up. And not only that, but whenever Rey Mysterio comes back, they have to have that match, especially if he's going on with that title of king of the luchadors. And I like the fact that we saw Liv there behind Dom, because when we see both of them, they're always supporting one another. I was hoping for them to break up, but they're not breaking up anytime soon. They're not. So I'm just appreciating at least there's something, at least there's some camaraderie there. You know, it's still solid, I guess. Like, I don't like the back and forth thing that Disney Day does, so I need something stable. I need something stable, please. Dominic did a great job. I hope we actually see him interacting with the people on the roster instead of staying in catering when it comes to this title. Like, there's no other way. We all knew Dom was going to retain, so I really want him to have a storyline where we don't know. You know, we don't know, and it's actually ups in stocks. The women's Money in the Bank match. Okay. This match, I came into it, you know what, I was thinking to myself, this is her year. It has to be. The amount of character work she's been doing and everything, like I've said in the predictions video, there is no other way. There's no other reasonable winner except Naomi. And throughout that match, I would say this, Roxanne and Julia did their thing, as well as Rhea Ripley. But I also have to give my props to Stephanie Vaquer, because that was her third match in the last 48 hours. Like, she wrestled on SmackDown, she wrestled in AAA that same day, and then she had that ladder match. So she was worn out, and that right there just kind of shows the type of competitor she is, shows what type of wrestler that she is. So I cannot help but to respect her, and cannot help but to wonder what's going on next for her. So I think that was a great way of them having people respect her as a competitor, because just like, it's not the same thing, but just like when Cody Rhodes decided to wrestle with his torn pec, people respected him for that. I understand that that's going to probably be the same thing for Stephanie. You're going to understand the type of grit that she has. I want to see Naomi do Devil's Kiss, though. Like, when is she going to be able to do that? Y'all need to chill. I feel like it was fine with Booker T doing with Stephanie, because I do understand he did do it for her, because it did end up helping her. But we ain't got to continue that on. Unpopular opinion. Stephanie, all those women did their thing, honestly. Alexa also great. Had that moment with Rhea Ripley, good. This was a match where I actually saw Naomi kind of being booked strongly, and it may have just been her character locking in. She was locking in because that's what she needed to do. And going forward, I'm hoping that this Money in the Bank, this briefcase will also help her character lock in, and not just be how she has been as a heel. The only person that I could have saw getting that Money in the Bank, there was nobody else. I'm sorry. I was trying to think of a way. Maybe I was thinking of, no, not really. Nobody. Because Rhea Ripley is a walking briefcase. She gets matches whenever. Everybody else is kind of in a different storyline, or they're not in a storyline that would require a briefcase. Like Alexa, yeah. Sorry, no. So, nah, it didn't. But Naomi's look for Money in the Bank, beautiful. I knew immediately when I saw that, oh, you Carmella coded, we getting that briefcase. But it was very stressful. Whenever you want somebody to win, I'm looking at her where she's on the ground. I'm trying to see the spots. I'm trying to see what is going on. Like, oh, she finna do this. Oh, where Naomi? Oh, they run up the ladder. How slow they going? Let me see what's going on. Let me see some scenery. Because if that match was not going to go how I wanted to go, turning it off, maybe Sunday I was going to watch it. But nah, it went how I wanted to go. And y'all should have saw my reaction, man. Like, I posted a TikTok of how I was feeling after, but when she won, child jumped out of my seat, jumped my knee. I hit my knee. Like, it was that serious to me, because the reaction she had after it, and then the post conference that she had with Big E, that right there is what it is for. She's worked so darn hard for it, and you can't say that she doesn't deserve it. Mad, don't care. Y'all think Rhea should have had it? Don't care. Y'all think any of those women should have had it? Don't care. I'm sorry, I don't. The men's Money in the Bank. This right here, you could tell there was more effort put into the men's Money in the Bank than women's. I'll say that right there. I knew who was gonna win, but I also wanted there to be some a masking of El Grande because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's a bunch of bull, and I would rather them allow Chad Gable as Chad Gable to be over. I would love for them to have Chad Gable in the positions they have El Grande in. But the match was really good. There was some moments where I was like, all right, same like, and what? When Seth Rollins called out his Goon Squad, I was not surprised. I was not. But then the Bloodline came out too, and I was wondering, I'm like, did he just say Jacob was no all gas, no brains? The way he was working with JC, I was like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? I knew something was up, though. You could just tell something was up. But Seth Rollins was over here in the corner. I knew that man was winning. But there was a point where I was like, oh my gosh, is Solo finna do it? But then Jacob was kind of helping him up. I was all right. It's not happening. And that's when he pulled Solo down. He said that he hate you, Solo. I am going to feel it all. On Friday, when they get to having their moments, I'm going to feel it. Because although I was rooting for it and I seen it coming and I know that I wanted this to come, their whole breakup, it's going to be emotional. Because they do work so well with one another. And I'll say during that Money in the Bank match, Solo was hilarious. I see him more to being a comedic relief type of wrestler because he's good in ring. He can have a great character. I'll be honest, he has a great character. But that right there, I hate you, Solo. Oh, I was like, oh, it's Seth's time. Seth's time to shine. Like, other than that, like, I was like, all right, Solo, all that, nobody's coming in. No, Roman's not gonna come in. None of that. I knew that when Jacob turned face, there was no cashing in. Roman was not gonna come back. None of that. That wasn't gonna be his night, because if you have such a great moment like that, with the bloodline being so associated with Roman, you don't want Jacob's turn to be overshadowed in any type of way. So I knew Roman was not gonna come back just because of that. Seth Rollins being a two-time Money in the Bank winner, him winning, I didn't see any other option. Although I know a lot of people are upset that it was not LA Knight. It could not be LA Knight. I'm sorry. It just couldn't be LA Knight. There was a storyline set in place for Seth Rollins, and they had nothing. They talked a great big game, like saying that you're gonna get a match for somebody, and then the only way you got a title match was through you playing the system by provoking the champion, but then losing. You got nothing. You had nothing to your name to make you the future. You're not high on the totem pole. You're just like everybody else, but instead of it, you just have two men and a wise man, some nice clothes. That's all you had. That's all Seth Rollins had. So he needed to have something that would legitimize what he has going on. And I'm sorry, but LA Knight didn't have that. LA Knight he's in a very interesting position, but him losing 3 times in a row, well, it happens. It happens. The main event, I'll be honest, I was a little worn out already, so I was like, all right, man, just get this over with. The tag team match with Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena and Logan Paul match, this went very unexpected. I was glad that it went unexpected. And I would like to say this. We need to continue to band together on things that we need WWE to do and change, because it works. It truly works. Seeing Jey Uso, John, Cody, Logan. As we all know, Cody and Jey work well together. A lot of it was kind of crazy, I will be honest. For the moves that was going on in that match, and then for Jey Uso to have a championship match on today, Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. That was a bad idea for him. I truly am gonna say, I'm gonna be so real and so honest. Jey Uso's title reign has been great. One of the best we've seen in second. But that man is not that smart. Not that smart. He has to have a champion mindset, and he doesn't have it yet. He's still moving around like he's regularly Jey Uso. No, you can't be there for all your friends, because then you're gonna end up with bruised ribs, hurt, bandaged up when you got a title match against Gunther. During this match, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, and I will say this. Cody Rhodes is in a weird position. He's kind of in limbo. I think he has to win King of the Ring, though. I was not surprised at the rift between John and Logan. They have two different personalities. Not only that, but John Cena is saying that he is the last real champion, and then Logan saying that he's going to be the next. It's like, it's going to clash. Going to clash. And I'm sorry, but I didn't see that Supreme. Logan Paul. You know, you guys hate Logan Paul, but he's an amazing wrestler. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. It was decent. And in the moment where I thought, oh shoot, all hell is crumbling down, my clean sweep that I had set right here was gonna be taken down. Who comes in a hoodie? I have so much respect for, you know, the Bloodline letting R-Truth borrow the hoodie, because that was the greatest, like that was one of the top 3 moments of the night. Okay, that might have been moment number 2 for me. I'm sorry, Jacob, but that was moment number 2 for me for the night. Was R-Truth, aka now Ron Killings, coming back to WWE because of the fans. Like, that right there set it up on a different level, and it really, it boosts, I think it boosts our morale, because now we're like, all right, they actually are gonna listen to us. They actually, if we really band up together, we can really get Carmelo Hayes as WWE champion. Please, guys, band together for Carmelo Hayes. But that right there made everything feel so well. And this Ron Killings, him hitting John with the belt, having such a different demeanor, I know that there's something different going to go on with him. It's not going to be the same Ron Killings that we saw before. I love the comedic relief. I love it all. But there was also a part of R-Truth's career that I enjoyed as well. And that was when he was hard. That was when that man was getting handcuffed with the Miz, smoking a little, putting the smoke on John Morrison. Like, that was some moments. The thing that made Miz and R-Truth go against John Cena and The Rock. That right there, that R-Truth, I'm not mad at it. I'm not. So, I'll be real. Money in the Bank was really good for me. It was really good. There wasn't, like, sure, the matches, you know, there were some things that could have been different, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. WrestleMania being in Vegas again. But y'all let me know how you guys feel about Money in the Bank. Y'all let me know how you guys, who did y'all think was going to win? How did y'all feel if y'all picks was right or your picks was wrong? Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye!